So I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years. When I first got in, I signed up infantry right out of high school. It was 2003, I was just ready to go to war. Within the first 4 months of being in Iraq, my Humvee was blown up 4 separate times. So when I came home in 2007 from war and I found out about my brain injury, I did not use art or music as an option. I didn't know it was an option. I ended up doing the art class to be like, hey, this will be easy. I'll just get an easy degree in art and that'll be over. But what I found through that art class was healing. And I was blown away by the idea that I could use colors and symbols to show my whole story to civilians.
Firing mortars back and forth, and they were hitting sometimes on that little outpost that we had. So when that pop shot came in, he jerked on the Mark 19 and it went right in his lap and depressed the butterfly, and into the wall the round went. And it blew up like right here in my face. And so as I was, having the ringing in my ears and kind of figuring out what was going on, I realized what had happened. I realized that the guy had shot me, and I punched him in the back of the head. My arm actually bent backwards and went back around and hit me in the back of the head, and a piece of brain fell out in front of me. And I thought it was just a clot, and I picked it up and I squished it in my fingers, and I knew that feeling, and I was like, oh my gosh, and that was where I passed out. Went through about 2 years of physical therapy, occupational therapy, learning how to walk, talk, and do all that stuff again because, the injuries were pretty significant. And the VA, put me through conventional therapy and processing therapies and pills and this and that. And, for the next 5 years, I just kind of wandered along. I was giving up on life. And a buddy of mine called me, luckily, and he was like, hey, we're going to go to this thing out at USC. It's called CreatiVets. We're going to go make some art projects. And I was like, bro, I don't know about this artsy fartsy crap, but you know what? If you've got some ideas and clout to put into it, we'll go ahead and do it. And so I went out there, and my plan was just to go tell him goodbye and meet all these people and pretty much go back home and eat that bullet. And over the 2-week time that I was there, I ended up finding something that changed my mind and changed my life.
CreatiVets' mission is to empower veterans to heal through the arts and music. And what we talk about is transitioning their warrior brain to their artist brain. And the other part of that is songwriting, where we fly veterans to Nashville. They get to write backstage at the Grand Ole Opry with #1 and pro songwriters, telling their story for the first time. We have them talk about the things that they haven't been able to share with their wife, with their family, with their friends, and they write a song about that. After they write the song, the first person they text it to is their wife. They're like, babe, listen to the song I wrote. We had this female veteran who applied for our programs. We called her, said, hey, we have your spot. We want to fly out to Nashville, write your song. She's from North Carolina. She wrote her song. It was awesome. She showed the love of just being like, this is amazing. It changed my life, all that. But a few months later, we got an email. Hey, I just want you to know this is Eva, and you don't know this, but the day that you contacted me, I was writing my suicide letter. And so, to us, that's just so powerful because she was writing a letter to end her life, and she got a call from us saying, sorry. So our program legitimately saved her life. And it was because we called that day.
When I got home from that art class, I was really just kind of on fire for what we were doing and trying to figure out how to go forward, and how to keep this momentum rolling. By 2020, they called me back, and the height of the pandemic was going on, and they're like, hey, we got to do this virtually, but if you'd like to write a song with us, we'd love to do that. And so I said, sure, let's try this. And that song was a culmination of my life from the time I was a child to the time I got out of the military and time now. And we made a music video out of it, and they showed me a lot of different things. And by 2021, April, they had called me and asked me, hey, we need somebody for talking to the veterans and being able to bring them into the programs. And so here I am, the Veteran Outreach Coordinator for CreatiVets, and I call the veterans that put in applications, I screen them through and put them into programs that they fit with, and we bring them out and have some fun. And we write some songs and we make some art, and I'm just happy to be part of this.
Every nonprofit says it, but it's just we need financial help for sure. I would love to have a dance program. I'd love to have a theater program. I'd love to have a film program, and we'll get there. One day we will get there. These veterans need to know that there's an outlet to tell these stories.